with racism, antisemitism, misogyny, homophobia, anti-Muslim bigotry on the rise all over the world, as their leading voices are allowed back on Twitter, as well as several other social media platforms, the great Piers Morgan decided to have Nick Fuentes on his program Monday. Not because he'd get huge ratings. That's just an added benefit. He was performing a public service by putting Nick Fuentes on his show because there are only, 2 million platforms out there for someone like Nick Fuentes to be heard. And we need to hear what Nick Fuentes has to say because all speech, whether we agree with it or not, can be profitable, especially when it's offensive. Piers Morgan interviewed Nick Fuentes Monday. Piers Morgan promised it wouldn't be an ambush. No, Piers Morgan said he was going to have an honest conversation with a Nazi. It's the only kind of conversation you can have with a Nazi, an honest one. Piers Morgan promised, quote, a proper examination of Fuentes' beliefs. I think we already had that with the Nuremberg trials. Well, Piers Morgan did the interview and we learned so much. Fuentes, for example, says he's fine with being a racist. Wow, edifying. Then he said he doesn't want to live around black people. Wow, thank you. Excellent use of your show, Piers. Fuentes then said he was tired of not being able to say that Adolf Hitler was effing cool. That's all you say. What do you mean you're tired of not being able to say that? But to his credit, Piers Morgan stood up to Nick Fuentes. Very brave. He went out on a limb and told Fuentes his views on Hitler were, quote, a crock of S-word. I won't say the S-word. That took courage. That was like Edward R. Murrow standing up to Joe McCarthy. And the conversation, if you saw it, it was just titillating and scintillating. It was like the Oxford Debating Society. Not since William F. Buckley took on James Baldwin have I heard such elevated discourse. Fuentes then said he found women annoying, difficult to be around, and admitted to being a virgin. He says he's a virgin, which is kind of a surprise. It's so rare for someone to hate blacks, Jews, Muslims, the LGBTQ community, and women, and also be sexually dysfunctional. I mean, the two are never connected because we all know the Republican Party is filled with healthy men who have what they would call a healthy sexual appetite. That's why last year's Republican convention in Milwaukee was called the Grindr Super Bowl. It was the Grindr Super Bowl. That was what they called it after the gay dating app Grindr crashed from all the Republican tourists in Wisconsin suddenly trying to hook up. Some say the app enjoys a 66% spike in whatever city Republicans are holding their convention. Grindr's CEO, George Ariso, during an interview in July with Unheard, confirmed there was a significant spike in usage in and around the Milwaukee area during last year's Republican convention, but he denied the servers crashed. Well, someone's in denial. Speaking of denial, it's been reported, however not verified, it's been reported that Ariso, the CEO of Grindr, the gay dating app, has donated to Lindsey Graham's campaign. That's been reported, but I have not been able to confirm this. Nick Fuentes, who admits to being a virgin, denied rumors that he's gay. But then he let slip, quote, having sex with women is gay. That's what he said. Having sex with women is gay. So by all means, let's platform the homophobe who says sex with women is gay. Obviously, Piers Morgan shouldn't be giving this guy airtime. He should be giving him medication. I'm David Feldman, reminding you to stay strong and protect the weak. Thank you so much for listening.